No Man's Sky is an extremely hard game to review, mainly because it's so big and vast, and you know, no one in the world will ever see all of it, so we truly don't know what it has to offer, like in terms of everything in a video game. But in some ways, that's incorrect, and I'll get into that. But right now, here is my review of No Man's Sky. I'm just going to get this out of the way. No Man's Sky is not the game we were promised. Sean Murray, who is the head director of Hello Games, which is the developer of No Man's Sky, promised a lot of things that didn't actually make it into the full game, such as multiplayer, the ability to take place in like factions and all that. But I'm not going to focus on false. I'm not going to focus on what he said was in the game and wasn't. I'm just going to focus on what the game is like on its own, just like as it is right now. I'm just going to like focus on what the game is. So, No Man's Sky. This definitely is not an everyone game. It takes a person who really either loves exploring or loves Minecraft. And I'm definitely not the second one. So the mining aspect of this game shouldn't appeal to me, right? Because I hate Minecraft. But somehow it does. I really like the mining aspect of this game, where you have to like mine minerals and use those minerals to like craft other things, and then use those things to craft other things, and like yeah, I like the mining aspect of this game, but I don't know why, because I usually hate Minecraft. But yeah, so there's the crafting thing, but right at the core of this game, it really is like an explorative experience. Like you need the patience to see everything that you're content with seeing. Like if you're one of those people who like really loves like constant action and I don't know, like Call of Duty, this game is not for you. If this is definitely not one of those games where you get constant action and like everything's happening at once. It's definitely a more calming experience than most games in the market today. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I personally, if you guys didn't know this, The Last of Us, which was a game released in 2013, is my favorite video game of all time. And that was a game where it was like constant action and the story was magnificent and everything. But I still really like No Man's Sky. So it's not necessarily like the algorithm of everything. Like if you like those games where you can't like No Man's Sky, that's not necessarily true. But for most people, it might be. This game is procedurally generated. That means it's random. Each planet you go to may not have been discovered by other people, so you might find one planet that no one else has been to, and that will be your discovery to make. And you can like name your planets, name your star systems that you find. You can travel to different star systems and see different planets, different moons, and different space stations. There's a variety of things in each star system that I think can keep people entertained for a while. I say a while because this game has a problem, and that problem is this game for most people will get definitely monotonous. It will get boring. It will get tiresome. It will get repetitive. It will do all those things. It probably will not keep your attention as long as Hello Games would have liked it to. I don't think it's one of those games where it even though there's like 18 quintillion planets, you're not going to be entertained forever and ever, because honestly, there's only a handful of things that you can do on each planet. I mean, you go to a space station, and you see an alien sitting in a chair. You go up to that alien, you talk with him, and depending on what you say to the alien, he'll give you like a reward or whatever, but they're just like, those blueprints that you get are usually just repeats anyway, so that's not really much. And you go to the galactic store or whatever, and you buy, you sell, you leave, next planet, you mine minerals, you find another alien at a transmission center, whatever you say to him, you get a blueprint or whatever, you buy, you sell, you leave the planet, next, and everything is basically the same. But again, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because if you like the constant things you have to do in this game, then kudos to you, because I haven't gotten bored yet. I'm still enjoying the game, but I can see myself playing it for extended periods that I will possibly get bored. I mean, but so far that hasn't happened yet, and yeah, that hasn't happened to me yet. But I can see myself in the future possibly thinking, oh, this is monotonous, this is boring. Oh, look, a new mining laser, hooey, like that could possibly get boring, but I haven't really reached that point yet. Speaking of aliens, you can actually increase your standing with each alien race. There are 3 races in the game. There's the Gek, which is kind of like a frog person, and then there's the Korvax, who has like a TV for a head. How do you eat? And there's a Viking, which is more of the brutish race. They kind of look like God, what do they look like? I know what they look like, but it's just hard to explain. They look like shrinked dinosaurs, really, but they have like arms and legs. Oh, of course, dinosaurs have that anyway. But anyway, they're humanoid dinosaurs basically. But you can increase your allegiance with each race, and I don't know if increasing your allegiance like cuts prices down for certain ships or minerals or stuff. I haven't seen that yet. I don't know if that, like, if you're a certain friend of like a certain race, I don't know if that actually affects it. But also you can learn each of the race's language, which is another thing you can do on each planet. But again, that gets kind of monotonous, because you're going to these like huge alien monoliths, and you're going to these knowledge stones, which gives you a word, one word of each race's language. Like you go to a Korvax ruled planet, I guess, and you press square on the knowledge stone, you get the Korvax word for health, or I don't know, and you do that about, how many words are there in the English dictionary? Like I don't know, like a bajillion. So I've gotten so many words, and still most of my sentences are still like so I don't know if that's really fun for me. But let's get into the story of this game. At the start of the game, you're like crash landed on a planet, and your ship's in need of repair, and you get a message from this thing called the Atlas, and you can either follow it through the galaxy. You can follow the Atlas, or as far as I can tell, these are 2 different things. You can follow the Atlas, or you can go to the center of the galaxy, which, from what I've heard, spoilers, when you get to the center of the galaxy, it transfers you to a completely new galaxy, and you can, like, there's a whole nother set of star systems and stuff, and yeah, you can have fun if you're there. I don't know what happens if you follow Atlas. I don't know if Atlas is the center of the galaxy. I don't really know. But all I know is that if you get to the center, then you can go to a new galaxy. But the lore and like the mystery at the start of this game is very intriguing, because it's very mysterious, and you want to find out more, but at the same time, you feel like an observer more than a participator. Like, when you go to all these knowledge stones and you find, like, different cryptic messages and stuff and these huge alien monoliths, you don't really feel fulfilled when you do something right. Because, you feel like there's this whole, like, distant universe, like, you can explore absolutely, like, everything that you're content with, but, like, it never feels, for lack of a better word, real. And I know this isn't real, okay, this is like we don't even know if the main character is human. He could be like a duck wearing some clothes. I'm pretty sure the main character has a beak, but that's like a conspiracy theory for another time. But yeah, that's basically the story. In terms of story, this game doesn't really have much. I mean, you go to the center, you get a new galaxy, or whatever tickles your fancy, I guess. Let's talk about how the game looks. Now, on one side, the game looks stunning. The design of the planets and animals are really good. I can't really say that because I know it's all random, but usually the planets look fine. Whereas the animals, I know I just said they look great, but some of them look great. Most of the time the animals look like mixed-matched things thrown together in a pot and blended, and there you have an animal. Like, usually you find, like, a thing with a rhino's head and a dinosaur's legs and, like, I don't know, penis rumps. I don't know. They look like mixed matches to me, and they kind of look weird. I know they're alien creatures, but they some of the pieces don't really fit together well. It just looks like you ripped apart your Lego toy and just shoved like a bunch of, I don't know, gum on it. It's just it's a bit weird. You have to get used to it. But the planets, yeah, they look fine. I know it's random, so everyone won't see the same planet, but I think there's like 2 or 3 planets which I found which were lush jungle planets, and they were really stunning. So I really love the jungle planets, but I haven't seen many of them. So yeah, the soundtrack of this game is amazing. I love it. It feels like an old 80s like sci-fi thing. I love the music. It is so calming, and you feel like you're on this galactic quest, like find the stars. You know, it's just I love the soundtrack in this game. Yeah, I just really love the soundtrack because it's calming, but at the same time it pumps you up. It's like, yeah, let's go to these planets, bro. Let's go to these planets. Sounds good. Let's go to these planets. It sounds good. I'll just land on this asteroid, and let's go to these planets. Okay, let's go to these planets. Now let's talk about some of the technical issues of this game. People have experienced multiple crashes, whereas my game has only crashed like once or twice. So crashing isn't really a thing for me. Some people have had to restart the entire game from like 20 hours because of crash. Thank God that hasn't happened to me yet, because I think I would actually die. If my progress got lost, I think I would throw my controller into space. Punny pun. Also, there's one thing that bothers me. There's so much popping. When you're like flying over a planet, some things wouldn't have materialized yet, and it would just like pop in as you fly, and I find that really jarring. It kind of distracts me. I know it's random, and you have to like generate it as you go, but I don't know. It looks weird. I don't like it. It just, yeah, it's just. I don't know. It doesn't really. I know it's not supposed to be appealing, but I just don't like it. As much as I do like this game, I feel like it could have been a lot more. Because the game that was promised to us at E3 2014 is obviously a lot more superior than the finished product. And I find that sad because I never got aboard the hype train for this game. I was always like, oh yeah, this looks fun, this looks cool, I guess. But I was never like, oh my god, No Man's Sky is going to be the biggest game ever, you can do whatever you want. But, you know, I was never like aboard that hype train, so I wasn't like too burnt out by like what was promised in 2014 and what actually happened. But as the game is, it's fun for a certain amount of people. If you have the patience and you think you can have fun with this game forever and ever, then that's good for you. But for most people, I don't think it's going to hold your attention for long. But personally, I like it. And that's why my final score is going to be a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. That's been my No Man's Sky review. Stay beautiful, stay wonderful. I'll see you in the next one.